Welcome back to Brandon Farm. It's been kind of a chill weekend over here. Haven't really done much. Hung out with the family yesterday, and this morning all I want to do is be in the garden. I just want to be in my garden. I want to have my coffee in the garden. I just want to take a big breath in the garden. All right, so I'm bringing you down here to the secondary garden because my little kiddo and I planted some seeds. And I didn't label anything because I'm not sure why. But some of them are already coming up and I want to show you. Now these ones that are coming up, I know what they are because I remember. These are the black-eyed peas. I have no idea where we put the turnips or the rutabaga or what else we even put. Cabbage, I think, was the other thing that we put, and I have no clue where that's at. I'm going to have to reference back on the video and see, and then hopefully be able to label. But the black-eyed peas are coming up, and I want to show you. Okay, without getting in there, because I don't feel like getting in there, look at all of these little sprouts. I planted these next to the sunflowers, and the sunflowers are blooming, but all the way down are black-eyed peas. My sunflowers are looking kind of gray-gray. People still say cray-cray? That's just me. It's pretty though. My watermelon is completely taking off. It's already putting off shoots. It's going to take over this entire bed. I want to say we planted something in between the black-eyed peas and these acorn squash. Oh, we did, and it's sprouting. Okay, I got to go in there. Okay, I haven't a clue what this guy is, and I'm thinking it might be some kind of oak tree. I'm not 100% sure on that. Don't quote me on that. It just looks very oaky to me. My red giant mustard is coming up nicely. I'm pretty sure I planted something in between the red giant mustard and my sunflower patch. Ooh, some of the sunflowers are looking rather dead. But I don't really see anything coming up. Okay, I did. All right, so right here is the black-eyed peas. And as you can see, those are all coming up. But then right over here, I planted something else. And I don't know if this is the rutabaga or if this is the turnip. I think these might be the turnip, but they're all coming up. Look, minus all the weeds, but they're all coming up. So I'm happy about that. They're coming up very nicely. All the way down. Found my little stake that was sticking up out of the ground, and I noticed there's some coming up here too. So I have little sprouts coming up right there. Just peeking out of that mulch. This sunflower looks like it's fixing to open up. I was really hoping these sunflowers would be taller and bigger, but they are not. Okay, what is going on here? We already have little radishes. Do I pull those up? Look how high out of the ground they are. They're just kind of little babies. Why are they sticking out of the ground? And that one's split. Alright, I pulled this one just to see, but look, it's like split. And it's so tiny. Why are these already producing little tiny radishes? Is it time? Wow, this is crazy. Look at this one over here. It's shooting right out of the ground. Are they supposed to do that? Look at that one. He's huge. He's probably like a good, like, nickel, almost quarter size. This little sunflower didn't make it. He's a sad looking little soul. But on the bright side, I've got some more sprouts coming. I think these might be the rutabagas. Yeah, amongst the giant red mustard are something that I planted. Minus all the weeds, but something is definitely sprouting and coming up. If you're looking for a way to keep your bored chickens entertained, I bought these little chain hook things off of Amazon for like $8 for a 2-pack. And I usually hang lettuce on there, but I didn't have any lettuce today. So I hung my leftover apples on there, and they are just loving it. And it keeps them entertained because they get bored when they're in here. It's already getting humid out here. We're supposed to have some rain come in at some point. I don't know. They keep pushing it back and pushing it back. It's very cloudy and overcast. I hope we get rain, but also I just watered the garden last night, and yeah. So we're just kind of hanging out today. I'm checking on everything. I need to check on the worm farm, make sure that's all good. All my starts are coming up nicely. My starts that I've put in this garden have not come up yet. Like my kohlrabi, my spinach still hasn't come up. My Swiss chard looks like it's struggling a little bit. And then I put some lettuce down. So apparently I was planting my lettuce seeds. Well, probably all my seeds, if I'm being honest. Wow, my face is so sweaty. I planted all my seeds too deep. So there's a rule of thumb, and I don't know what it is, but I think it's like twice as deep as the seed is wide. Could be really messing that up, but basically you don't want to plant your seeds too far in the ground because they won't be able to germinate. I don't know. So that's what happened to all my lettuce seeds. So I have a whole packet of lettuce seeds that I want to put out, but I really can't because we've got storms coming. So I don't know what to do. So I'm just kind of hanging out on the garden this morning, being in my little happy place. I just refilled all the chickens' waters, all the chickens' food, the bird feeders, except for this one behind me because it was so pretty full. Goodness. My cucumber starts that I started in the house are getting pretty big. I'll show you here. But I really think I need to trellis the cucumbers, and I'm not really sure where I want to trellis. I don't know if I want to add it to this giant trellis because the pumpkins I feel like are going to take over. I did pull out most of my pepper plants and pretty much all of my bell pepper plants. I left one chocolate bell right over here. I left my ghost pepper, the little teeny weeny peppers, and one jalapeno plant. That's it. I pulled up all of my pepper plants because one, they weren't producing. And why would I keep a plant in the garden taking up space, valuable space, that's not producing fruit? So I took it out. And 2, we don't really eat peppers. I know I've said that like a lot, but we don't. I'm waiting on my tomato starts to get a little bit bigger so I can put those. I think I'm going to put those over here. I had them there 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, and I feel like they did pretty well. I need to put this hair up. It's hot. So I'm going to put my tomatoes back over here. Might throw a cucumber over here, but I'm also thinking maybe across the way to put a cucumber. I'm not really sure, and I don't remember if my chickens will eat the cucumber plants. They were leaving the pumpkin plants alone for a while, and then they decided they wanted to eat them. So now I'm having to deal with that. My teddy bear sunflowers are about to bloom, I feel like. They're getting all like spiky in the top and everything, so I'm curious to see what those look like. Honestly, I am disappointed with my flowers this year. This is the first year that I've actually planted flower seeds and put them in the garden and actually had them do anything. But I feel like what they did was so short. Like their window was so short, and now they just look like crap. So I really I want to rip up all of my zinnias. My cosmos never bloomed. They're huge. I mean, they look great as a plant, but they never bloomed. And then my sunflowers, I think sunflowers just hate me. So that might be a goal for next spring or summer, to try to put more focus on the flowers, because I like them. Don't get me wrong. I love flowers, but when they only bloom for like a second and then they just go brown and look like trash, then that is very disappointing. Very disappointing. So I think I decided I'm going to put sweet alyssum in the secondary garden to kind of help with like pest management and things like that. I heard that's a pretty good one to put out. But with this rain, I don't know. I might, before this rain comes, I think he said 3 o'clock. It's about 9:30. I might go over to the secondary garden and just replant my lettuce, because I have a whole bunch of lettuce seeds and I might as well just try. So I'm going to replant the lettuce and then throw some alyssum out there and then just let the rain water it in. I don't know if it's going to work, because it's a gamble, right? You take a chance with too much rain and it washes your seed away and it doesn't do anything. And not enough rain and then it doesn't push it down hard enough, and then now you've got like dry seeds that aren't going to germinate, is what I'm guessing anyway. I don't know. This coffee's good. So I've been putting 2 like little swirls of honey in my coffee instead of sugar. It is good. It's good. I really like it. Honey in your coffee. Try it. You might be surprised. My watermelon is taking over. I did see that we have 3 watermelons growing. I can show you my watermelon. an opportunity to go plant some more seeds because I think it's worth a try. So we're going to go over to the secondary garden and we're going to throw out some lettuce and some sweet alyssum. Why are you crooked? Crooked. Okay. It's already starting to sprinkle. I'm really hoping that this is not going to be a waste, even though I kind of feel like it is, because if it rains hard at all, it's just going to get washed away. And that would be a waste of seed. But I have a lot of lettuce seeds, and the sweet alyssum is not real expensive. Matter of fact, it's $1.69. So we're just going to go for it. Here. The alyssum says to put out February through March. 50 days to bloom. Okay, so maybe that's not going to be good. Maybe we shouldn't put out the alyssum. Okay, what about the basil? Basil is... doesn't say. Okay, this is the basil from San Diego Seed Company. Purple opal basil. Best method is to transplant. Okay, let's not waste those either. This is the kohlrabi. I might throw some kohlrabi out. Let's do some arugula, salad bowl lettuce, and sweet salad mix. And we'll put the rest of the little gem out and some of this Four Seasons. We're just going to throw it all out there because, you know, why not? So basically what I'm going to do is just overload the crap out of this bed. Why, you ask? Because I have the seeds and I have no self-control, if you want my honest opinion. So I'm going to put this marble of Four Seasons out. The little gem. Can you see that? The sweet salad mix. The arugula rocket. And the salad bowl. And to top it off, some purple kohlrabi. I planted the kohlrabi in the other bed and it hasn't come up yet. So maybe I'm planting it too deep. That was my issue with the lettuce. These seeds are very small. So I'm going to put the kohlrabi somewhere. You know what? I'm going to put the kohlrabi right in the middle of my radishes. Because my radishes are being dumb. So I'm just going to make this little trench line here. And I'm just going to throw some kohlrabi seeds in here. And we're just going to see what comes of it. Because really, all I have is this much left. So we might as well just throw them in the ground. Let me scoot you back. Tilt you down so you can see what I'm doing here. Alright, so I just made my little trench. It's real shallow. And I'm just going to drop a few seeds in here. And we're just going to let the chips fall where they may. Okay? That's what we're going to do. Ah! It's falling in the creases of my fingers. Okay. Then we're just going to lightly just cover that up. That's it. Okay, let's do the rest of this here. So this is the little gem. Little gem is 20 to 68 days. And I'm just going to throw the rest of these out. So originally I had the little gem on this side, and it never ever germinated. So then I planted something else right here, and I never labeled it, and I think this might be turnips or something. And I have my watermelon here, which is going to take over. So I think I'm going to do it right here on the side of my sunflowers. Let's move you over. Okay. Boop. Alright, so right here, again, I'm just going to make a little trench. Nothing deep. Go all the way down, just like that. And then, let me show you these seeds. These seeds are tiny little seeds. I'm just going to drop a few in here. And hope that this rain comes and waters it in for me, because I'm not going to water it. Pull some weeds out as I go here. Somewhere I heard that you can sow lettuce seeds 52 weeks out of the year. Is that right? Or is there 52 weeks in the year? I forget. I should really look this crap up before I tell you guys. Drop the rest of these seeds in here. Something's happening over there. Lightly cover this up. Just very gently. Ugh. Get this grass out of here would be nice. Golly. Okay. Just like that. I really need to put more mulch in here. I'm going to have my husband get some mulch at the store so I can mulch it. And that's it. Okay. That was the little gem. Now I got the arugula, the sweet salad, the 4 seasons, and the salad bowl. So let's just start planting some lettuces. Because my philosophy is, why not? You know, if things start growing together, I think it's fine. I'm not going to freak out about it. If it chokes something out, well, then I learn what chokes out things, right? So I know my watermelon's going to take over and my squash is going to take over. Some really big birds flying around. Hopefully all my girls are up. The wind's coming. Let's throw some more seeds in before the storm comes. Okay, right here next to my green beans, I think I'm going to throw some lettuce in as well. I've got 2 more seed packets that I want to put out. Man, these grass roots are tough. Golly. My pumpkins, they're doing okay. They're not doing great. Alright, so right in here, where I'm going to put the rest of these seed packets. And we're just going to see what they do. They may not germinate at all. The last ones didn't. And you know what? I'm okay with that. This is learning 101. I think this one might be a zinnia from that wild mix that I put out. Wildflower. Alright, so we're going to do the Marvel of Four Seasons and the sweet salad mix. Got my little trench. Got my little seeds. These ones are from San Diego Seed Company. The Marvel of Four Seasons. And the sweet salad mix is from Burpee. Just gonna throw these in. There's not very many of these. Like that. Cover that up. Right there. And then we'll do the Burpee. Crazy. So this is a mix, so it's got a few different things in it. Let me show you what the seeds look like. So it's kind of a mixture of seeds. We're just going to throw this in here. Cross our fingers. Hope for the best. See what comes up, if anything. Tell you what though, I got a lot of ants in this bed. Not loving that. Okay, I'll just cover that up. Okay, here we go. Planted some more seeds. Okay, it's pretty much all my lettuce. I do have a few more lettuce seed packets, but I'm not going to put them all out because I think I put out enough. So, that's what we're doing. Like I said, I'm trying to get these in before the rain comes. It might be a total waste. It might just wash everything out. But it might not. Some might germinate, some might pop up, and then I'll have some lettuce. So I really want lettuce because I like to make salads out of the garden. To me, it's very special because I could just go down to the garden, pick some stuff, and throw it in a bowl, and I got a whole meal that I got from the garden. Now, if only I could get my tomatoes going. I really don't know when to put those out. I'm waiting on my starts to get a little bit stronger, and then I'll have to research the whole hardening off process, and then go ahead and put those in the ground as transplants. So that's the plan with that. But I'm excited for the things that are coming up. I'm excited to watch my garden grow. So if you haven't started a garden yet, why not? I'm telling you, it's as easy as that. You just make a little spot for them, throw the little seeds in there, cover it up just a little bit, and water it in. Watch those babies grow, and if they don't grow, well, then you do it again. So pick a spot somewhere, get a container, throw some dirt in it, throw some seeds in it, splash it with a little water, and watch your garden grow. Because I'm telling you, this is my therapy. This is what brings me joy. This is what fills my tank, is this garden. When I need to check out from being a mom, from being a wife, from going to work and being an employee and all of that, I come outside and I get in my garden and I just focus on these little plants that are just coming up from seeds that I planted, seeds that I sowed. And it's very sweet. It's a sweet little moment, and it kind of just breaks my reality, and it's like brings me back to nature, and I kind of have that ability just to check out for a minute and to just breathe and not have any responsibility, because my responsibility is already done, other than watering my plants, I suppose. But that's my therapy, and I love it. So here's your sign to start a garden. In case you haven't noticed, start a garden. Just do it. My husband got all of these like fiberglass like sheets. I don't know what they're called. It's like just like a long 10-foot thing of fiberglass. Anyway, I'm gonna line right here with the fiberglass, because right now it's out in the middle of the yard. We had it around our pool whenever we had the pool, and we don't have the pool anymore, so I'm gonna move it because it looks ridiculous out there in the yard. So I'm gonna move it over here, and they are freaking heavy. Normally I would wait for him to come home, but I don't really want to ask him to help, so I'm gonna do it myself. He got these from Stephenville. Back whenever we were in college, he worked for a fiberglass company. I used to love whenever he came home. Like, we didn't really live together, but like I would stay the night at his house, you know. But when he came home and he would smell like the fiberglass, oh my God, I don't know, something about that smell of fiberglass smelled so good. I loved it. So anyway, he brought that home. If y'all didn't know, we went to Tarleton State University together, I guess. He went there first, and then when I graduated high school, I went there. He ended up graduating actually we both graduated in 2010. He was in May and I was in December. Yeah, so we're like high school sweethearts, college sweethearts. I've known him my entire life, I feel like, since I was 13. So yeah, it's been a few years. It's been a few years. But anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you that. So I'm gonna move the fiberglass over here. So cue time lapse. Okay, so as I'm preparing for the rain to come, trying to think on things that I need to move in my garden that are not gonna like wash away or like get ruined by the rain, because apparently we're supposed to get quite a bit. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I don't believe the weather, especially when it says it's gonna rain, because it usually just like breaks up and then like goes around our house. So even though they're predicting a lot of rain, I don't believe it until it's actually here and I see it with my own two eyes. But I'm gonna wrap it up and get to editing and get some more videos posted for you guys. I really appreciate you guys watching and hanging out with me in the garden and listening to my craziness that is my life. You know, when I make these videos, I just hope that it inspires you to start a garden, even though you may not know anything about gardening. I mean, like I do, but I don't. So I feel like I'm a newbie at everything, because there's always something else you could learn. So in my eyes, if I can do it, you can do it, right? So you can't do it unless you try. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to harp on that. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time.